If you're starting a career as an insurance producer, then this episode is for you. I'm going to share with you my best advice for new producers and how to be successful in this industry. I've been working in the insurance industry for over 20 years now, and this episode, I want to give back to the community and share with you some of the best advice I've learned along the way. This is especially geared towards new producers who are just starting out their careers. So without further ado, let's get started. Number one, niche down. Talk about this a lot and it cannot be overstated. You've got to choose something that you're passionate about. Now think about it. Most of us fell into this industry by accident, right? Unless you were 6 years old and you were saying, I really want to be an insurance agent. I feel sorry for you, but no, I'm kidding. You've got to choose something that you're passionate about. Before you got into this industry, you were probably really passionate about, maybe still passionate about something like music, construction, science, whatever it is, right? That you could geek out about and talk about for hours. So find out what it is that you're passionate about and niche down. Go after that target market. Create, as I'm going to talk about in a second, content that solves problems for them. Learn everything you possibly can about that niche. You may think you already know a lot about it, but you've got to now think about it in terms of how can you help best protect that niche business, right? So think about it from an insurance perspective, but really learn about all the problems that niche is generally facing. As I said, create content that solves problems for that niche, just like I'm doing right now. I'm creating content to help you as a producer be the best producer you can. When you are the content creator, usually you are the person that people think of when they think about going for help for something, right? So you've got to be that person that shows up in the LinkedIn feed, in the Facebook feed, wherever it is, right? Here's a pro tip. Create at least one lead magnet that you can use that adds value to your niche. Offer it as often as you can. Now, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, I'm not going to go into it here, but head over to YouTube and check out a video I made called How to Create a Lead Magnet That Converts Like Crazy. It's essentially a way to attract people to you, get them on your email list, get them into your ecosystem so that you can feed content to them. All right, number two, as I said before, provide value, solve problems. You can do that through blogs. You can do that through webinars, podcasts, lunch and learns, infographics, all manner of things, videos, right? If you haven't done it already, head over to agentsgrowthacademy.com/value. Grab your free copy of 5 ways to provide value before asking for anything in return. If you're having trouble getting to yes quickly enough with your prospects and clients, this is the cheat sheet for you because it's going to give you a few ideas that you can use right now today to provide those people with massive value first. Number 3, be a storyteller. Now, I know you might think,
oh, Jim's going soft here.
But let me tell you something. Our 2 best producers in our agency have $1 million books of business. These guys are making bank every year. And guess what? They, in my opinion, are storytelling geniuses. Storytelling, the reason it's important is because it is the oldest form of communication, but it is the most powerful because it helps your viewer, your listener, see the transformation that they desire most deeply for themselves in the story that you're telling. So if you're telling a story about one of your existing clients or about an experience that someone in your agency has had and they want that same experience, you've got to tell it in a story so that they understand it deep in their bones. Now, I have also created a resource for you called Brand Storytelling Framework and Worksheet. If you go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/storytelling, this is a guide that'll help you turn your clients' experiences into influential stories. It'll walk you step by step through the process of creating stories from experiences that you already know about, right? So, number 4, work smarter, not harder. As a new producer, you don't need to be spinning your wheels, doing things the old-fashioned way like maybe I did. I've been in the insurance industry for over 20 years, and we do things a lot differently now. First thing I want to talk about is InsureGrid. In the old days, we used to say,
hey, can you send me your deck page?
Because that would give you the information you need to start a quote. And that may be through fax, maybe through email. It could even be through walking it through the front door. InsureGrid makes this a seamless process and a very fast one in that you send your prospect a link, they click on that, and it takes them to a login page where they drop down and choose their existing carrier, and they log into that carrier. And then in the background, it sends the information that you as the agent need to you so that you can get started. And you can put these links in an email. You can put them in an automated series of emails if you're working off of leads that are coming in that are kind of auto-generating in the background before you even touch it, so that before you even actually communicate with them, they have already sent you everything you need. It takes all of the back and forth out of the equation. Speaking of taking out the back and forth, the other tool I want to tell you about is called WonderWrite. Now, these guys have developed a fantastic tool. WonderWrite is the replacement for basically what we used to do with insureds or prospects and clients and saying,
hey, I need you to fill out this supplemental application.
Especially if you're a commercial producer, how many supplemental applications might you have to fill out in order to get multiple quotes from different carriers, right? It's exhausting. WonderWrite makes it super easy because you create the form that they need to fill out. And by the way, WonderWrite has digitized thousands of carrier supplemental applications. So you just log into their site, you choose the supplemental app that you need, you choose the fields that you think are most pertinent for them to fill out, or you have, a whole list that are already pre-programmed in there. And then you send a link, again with a link, to the prospect, and they fill in the information, and in real time, you're getting it back. So you're not having to have them fill it out, print it, scan it in an email, send it to you, all this kind of stuff back and forth. It could take days, weeks sometimes to get this. They're filling it out in real time. You're seeing what they're filling out, and if they get stuck, you can help them immediately. So it takes out all the back and forth. And once they fill it in once, you can pre-populate that information into other supplemental apps so that you don't have to go fill out other supplemental apps. It's genius. So work smarter, not harder. By the way, speaking of working smarter, not harder, if you're not doing this already in your agency and you don't have any control over this, mention to your agency owner Marblebox, because they have helped us tremendously. They are your virtual insurance processing team that lets you do the people stuff while they do the rest. Let me give you an example. They handle all the low value, repetitive tasks that don't add value to the client experience. It frees up time for your account managers and producers and your accounting department. And it also puts two sets of eyes on every task that gets completed in your agency, because each Marblebox employee has an account manager that is looking over their shoulder, making sure that they're doing everything correctly. So check it out, marblebox.com. Number 5, thank those who help you and thank them constantly. As a new producer, you will have many opportunities to mess up. You'll also have many opportunities to get ahead, to move forward. And you're not going to move forward without the help of other people around you. So do take the time to thank those who help you out. All right, what's next for you as a new producer? Well, as I said before, that video, how to create a lead magnet that converts like crazy. Go to YouTube, check that out if you're not already watching that here. Watch the playlist Lead Generation for insurance agents while you're there. And then finally, download 5 ways to provide value before asking for anything in return by going to agentsgrowthacademy.com/value. Folks, until next time, grow big or go home.